I'm Dan Marr. I'm an attorney in Nashua, New Hampshire at Hamblett Kerrigan. And I've been practicing in New Hampshire for about 36 years and about 28 years also in Massachusetts. We're over the border here in Nashua, and I've been actively practicing and licensed in both states. I wanted to talk today about firing an employee in New Hampshire. The New Hampshire laws are very similar to other states where they have discrimination laws that in large part merit a lot of the federal laws, but I'm going to talk about some general concepts of how you fire an employee. And there's three themes that I like to think about when you're firing an employee. It's fairness, diligence, and dignity, and we're going to cover them all in regards to this. Obviously, firing an employee is not something that a business owner wants to do, but they have to do it. Sometimes in a situation, a good firing of an employee is good for the morale of the remaining people. If there's somebody that's not carrying their load of their work and they're getting away with things, finally they're being held accountable, makes sense. At the same time, employees are looking at as that firing as could it happen to me, and they're going to, just like anybody else, when you have somebody that's that passes on, you always try to figure out, well, if they died of lung cancer, did they smoke cigarettes? What's the cause of that? Because you're always internalizing it, and employees will think that way too. When you as a boss are firing somebody, were they treated with fairness, diligence, and dignity? Let's go through those. Fairness is obviously an issue as to, are you giving them an opportunity to correct their action? If somebody comes in and they decide to hit their supervisor or coworker, that one incident itself is cause to fire the person. Or if they steal from the company, cause to fire the person. And I'm not talking about taking a pen home with them. I'm talking about actually embezzling or taking company supplies or stealing a customer of theirs to do some side hustle of theirs. All of that is reasons why you should fire them right away. But often it's a matter of a performance issue that they may be chronically late and they need to have a very clear meeting or intervention and tell them that this is a job altering event. They can lose their job if they don't show up on time, and this is the expectation. There might be a performance issue, and you want to do sometimes what we call a PIP, a performance improvement plan, and you give them opportunity, a fair opportunity for them to fix their problems in that situation. That fairness issue also applies later on is if they make a perhaps false claim of discrimination, saying it's because of one of the protected classes, race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation, any of the protected classes, or some protected activity. When a jury's looking at it, they're in the back of the head thinking, was this person fair? Did they give them a fair shot at that? And that matters. So fairness matters a lot. It also matters to the rest of the group. And you also want to be a good boss, and you want to be considered as somebody that gives an opportunity for somebody to fix their problems. I've had situations with clients over the years where I've counseled them on that, and they do have somebody perhaps coach their fellow employee, and it's a good relationship for both of them. So the coach gets to feel that they're strutting their stuff for possibility of enhancement later on to be a supervisor or manager level, because they're actually getting outside their comfort zone, they're coaching somebody. And that other person did need it, and they learned about things, and they learned how to handle things right. It might be even handling the right way to handle a sales call if you're a sales representative. All of those things make sense. So fairness makes sense. Diligence is a matter of making sure that if you're firing this person for this reason, you're doing your homework first. You're not just taking the word of the supervisor, and the supervisor goes and says, yes, Sally's not doing a good job. And then you find out later in a discrimination case that your supervisor doesn't like working with women. He thinks they're uppity and they should be back home in the kitchen, and he's a sexist pig, and you didn't know that. And you didn't do your diligence. If you did your diligence, you would have figured that out, and you have exposed your company to liability. Last part of it is dignity. You don't fire somebody in front of everyone else and say, hey, Sally was doing a bad job, or Hal was doing a bad job, and we don't put up with that here, and Hal, this is your last day, get out, clean out your stuff, embarrassing the person. Don't do that. Do it privately with another witness with you, so that when you're having this firing interview, you get right to the point, you tell them what's going on, if there's a severance package, and that's something to be discussed with your attorney. if it should be or shouldn't be. You discuss that, but you discuss all those issues at the exit meeting privately, and you give them an opportunity to go and collect their stuff, perhaps after hours, so that they don't get embarrassed in regards to that. That's dignity. So again, all of these issues are going to save you a lot of hassle, because they might prevent this person from going and seeking a lawyer and making a claim because they thought that they were treated unfairly. And you can avoid a lot of these issues by treating these people with all those three factors when you're firing them. So if you have any questions in regards to that, I've done quite a bit of management work. I'm representing businesses. I can help you in regards to this process. I'm Dan Marr at Hamblett Kerrigan at 603-883-5501, 603-883-5501, or you can check out our website, nashualaw.com, that has these podcasts and a variety of other useful information. Thank you.